Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Eternal Darkness. In the last episode, Alex read about Kareem, a Persian who had gone on a quest for a girl that he loved named Chandra. She wanted a magical artifact, having had some strange dreams or visions of this thing, hidden away somewhere, and promised herself to Kareem if he would retrieve it. Kareem agreed to do this, and Chandra promised to be faithful to him until he returned. He discovered the same portal that Pius Augustus had ages ago, somewhere out in the desert. The desert being, I'm going to hand wave it away as someplace else that isn't around where Alex currently is located. And many hundreds of years ago, he was able to best all the trials within that labyrinth, quite a few more than what Pius had encountered. Most likely, Pius Augustus had added to the defenses of those pedestals and the artifacts therein, not wanting anyone to retrieve what was located there. But Kareem did manage to reach those same pedestals, fighting through zombies, horrors, and bone thieves to do so. He lost his mind a few times, or had some bouts of insanity too. Interesting. When he reached out to take the artifact that was offered to him, that of Chaturga's, Chandra's spirit appeared. Apparently, she had not been as faithful as she has promised, and I think we all knew that she was not going to be so, but Kareem was a bit of a love-struck fool, even more so for what he agreed to do next. The spirit let Kareem know that he should not take the artifact, that it was not meant to be touched by any mortal, and that they needed to guard it instead. Interestingly, Kareem decided to agree to this, but this would see his life drained from him as he embraced Chandra at the end of the last episode. We now return to Alex, who has learned a little bit from that story. In particular, she's now learned that there are indeed other gods, and that their artifacts might be able to be acquired. We know where, potentially, Chaturga's might still be located. We also learned a new spell, Recover, which allows us to restore our life, or currently mana, depending upon which god we invoke. As we also had picked up Ulyath's symbol. We've also seen that we can enchant our weapons, and we were doing that quite a bit in the last episode to help Kareem out during his adventure. And I think that's good for a summary, everyone. We probably know what we need to do next in order to make more progress. Enchant our Gladius with Ulyath's power to break the seal somewhere else on the first floor. So, I'm going to put a break here, and then we'll do that. Alright, everyone. Let's go ahead and begin exploring more of the mansion. It's interesting to me that the Tome of Eternal Darkness, I suppose because of where we found it, did not impart any of the information directly into Alex's mind about everything which had previously occurred. It is also missing some pages. The ones in particular about the people who we've seen so far are statues on the path to the tome's pedestal. Someone definitely did not want anyone to read about these people and about what Pius Augustus was doing. In any case, she has to learn the things the hard way, as it were, by reading about them here, as opposed to others who just immediately gain the information through the tome. I could hear Alex breathing briefly. Sounds like some sort of battle is being waged. I'm not allowed to look into the telescope. We don't know what we're supposed to aim the telescope at the moment anyway, so I suppose it would make sense that we don't manipulate it at all. Obviously, we're going to answer it. Though I doubt Alex told anyone she's here.
Hello?
Remember me, Alex.
This can't be happening.
The events that transpire when we're insane do not actually lower our insanity any further, which is a bit weird, but there you have it. Unlike, say, consuming shadows, where trying to avoid these events ensures that your sanity doesn't get lower. Long spell. Oh, but we were hurt. Oh, of course we were hurt. We had seen a magical barrier upstairs. We did a little bit of exploring in the last episode on the second floor, having been able to repair the key earlier on. Right. And we saw a symbol behind a barrier. I thought it was Ulyath's symbol, but it's not. I don't know what rune it is at this moment, but until we can figure out a way to bring down the barrier, it remains there untouched. Actually, I guess we should go through that door. If there's another tome page, we can bring it back up to the attic. I'm sorry, to the secret room. Don't do that, little rat. Or big rat, I suppose. Among the pantry contents is a spice jar with a scrap of paper hidden inside. The kitchen is as empty as the library is full, a reflection of her grandfather's attitude. Always learning, reading, studying, rather than eating. She was looking down at something, but I can't interact with anything else in here. Well, obviously we're going to look at this. A firmly glazed glass spice jar. A glazed, sealed glass spice jar. The faint aroma of Arabian spices is tantalizingly emanating from it. There's a piece of paper inside it. A chapter page entitled The Lurking Horror.
My liege, the future is yours. The light in the age of darkness has been extinguished. The pillar of flesh has been constructed. The master of chaos, the keeper of the ancients, is long dead. The planets will be in alignment soon. All is prepared for your arrival. I will begin the final incantation that will bring you into our world within days. The next millennium will truly usher in a new age. Your guardians, now prepare the gate!
After the checker page is removed, the spice jar is no longer needed. Alex discards it. I don't think Alex saw that. I think that was for our eyes only. We should still investigate all of the other rooms, just in case there's anything else we can learn by exploring them. Gonna have to get the pipes looked at some point to fix the blood leaks in the walls. I thought that by now this would be explained to us. Since it hasn't been, I will explain this a bit. Perhaps you can make out the arrows here, but this is the most important thing to realize in the game, or one of them at least, besides how to fight and so on. Each of these outer circles are... No, I was going to say that wrong. This is basically a rock, paper, scissors. Each of the gods, the three gods that we were able to choose, that Pius was able to choose from, have a god they are strong against and a god they are weak against. In this diagram, the gods that are stronger than the others have an arrow going to the one that they are stronger than. Triturga is stronger than Zelthath. Zelthath is stronger than Ulyaoth, and Ulyaoth is stronger than Triturga. In the center is Mantarok, who is not necessarily stronger than any of them, but keeps them all in check. A heads up everyone, that I did put the volume levels back to what they had been. As you can see there. I will talk briefly about recording when we get back to the secret room. But this is turning out to be a bit of work. You guys are totally worth it. I guess we'll talk about this right now. But there may be an episode or two that are a bit delayed, given some of the work I have to do to try to make sure the audio is set correctly. And putting breaks in this game can prove to be a little tougher than others. That is my heal spell. I keep thinking that's my enchant item. Now, I wanted to actually move recover, assign this, that, this. We still need to come up with some rules, I think, everyone, for how often I can go ahead and use the healing spells, and some others we'll get later on, since they do make the game a bit easier, and I'd like to keep it at the difficulty... I'd like to make it somewhat difficult for us going forward, so there is a sense of suspense. Right now, unfortunately, though, I don't know what number to choose for it, so we will just keep... I'll try to limit the recovery spell to 4 uses at the moment per chapter. We We haven't found the key yet that lets us get into what I guess is the basement, where we'll be able to fix the circuitry, wiring, fuse, flip the proper switch to get the power back on in that room. Not sure which room that is at the moment. I wonder why it's here, of all places. We also didn't learn how to open up or get into that one secret room either. We don't have the means to actually tear the wallpaper down yet, and we don't have a spell that reveals it, even though we know there's something special there. Since we did get another page, I suppose we'll now go back to the secret room and give it a read. Oh, we hope I go to the right place. Sorry, everyone, I don't have really much else to say. But I do feel like this is the appropriate place to read all of these. So we will read this one here as well. Okay, so first, let's save the game. First, let's save the game. Okay. Oh, there's one more thing, actually. This may be the first of the episodes where it's going to be longer than an hour, somewhat significantly, perhaps. So there may be a cut during the actual adventure as we read this tome page, as it were, and we'll wrap it up and explore the mansion if we'll figure it out. But I think this one's going to be the first of the longer tome pages to read.
I will not argue that I was shocked by the sudden mention of one of my ancestors, the distinguished Dr. Maximilian Roivas. It chilled me to my bones. Where had this ancient book come from? How had my ancestor stumbled upon it? I feverishly began to read more, eager to learn his story. It seems that Maximilian had inherited his father's mansion, just as I had. Alone since the death of his wife, and since his children had their own adult lives, he explored the house to discover his family roots.
It has been 2 weeks since the death of my father, and it has finally come to me to look over the mansion. Now, I am truly alone, and forced to start a new life here in Rhode Island. I intend to make the mansion mine, and live in it as my forefathers have, to continue the family tradition. The mansion has its secrets, I'm sure, and in my time here, I have to make them mine.
All right. I recognize, before we go any further, I think that voice actor is the same one who voiced Razel. Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm positive it is. We have a medical journal. Maximilian's medical journal. used to take notes on medical and pathological analysis. Flintlock pistol. The French flintlock holster pistol was in use from the 1680s. As a muzzle-loaded pistol, its rate of fire is rather low, but it packs a powerful punch. We have some ammunition on our desk. And since the music is playing, everyone, I'm going to put another cut here so I can check my voice volume with this music for a bit. I'll be right back. Alright, everyone. I think you can hear me over the volume of the music. And it doesn't sound like it's going to get any louder than this, from what I can tell. So we're going to go forward with these levels, and hopefully things will be okay. I'll double check, of course, before I upload the video to make sure. Let's go ahead and get started. A desk cluttered with notes and writs, mostly business to do with the Roivas estate. Oh, I wonder if some of these paintings are the same as Alex is walking around, exploring the mansion in the present day. A small collection of Maximilian's medical journals, references, and reports. I wonder if he's a doctor or a researcher only. He's been here 2 weeks already, if what we had read was correct, or what he said was correct. So it would make sense that he would fill everything with all his supplies and stuff, especially if he supplies and stuff, notes, journals, books, use the space while it's here. And that's here. The space isn't going anywhere unless we decide not to stay, and he wants to make this his home, so... We've seen a ghost of Maximilian Strauss walk into a room that's down this hallway. Before we see if that room is actually not sealed off, let's explore the rest of the house first. The servant is preoccupied with his duties. Some more flintlock pistol ammunition. I guess this stuff is just lying around. We get 5 shots, it looks like, per packet of ammo. A toilet, probably newly installed. A state-of-the-art interior outhouse. Polished teak and mahogany finish. It is truly a sight to behold and experience. Right, outhouses were what you used, I guess, back then. Okay, that room is here. Interestingly, the glass window is different. I feel like we should go to that room last. Oh, what's his stats, by the way? Not as much magic as he... Decent amount of sanity, decent amount of life, not as much mana as those other 2 bars. We're getting an awful lot of flintlock pistol. Pistol ammo, sorry. Oh, I just saw what this is right now. I see the skeleton, like the skull there. A tentacle grabbing another skull. Actually, there's several skulls here. Uh-oh. And the music suddenly changed. This is where the current bathroom's located. There's an open letter. A letter written with some precision in longhand. Dear friend, the antiquity of which you ask is indeed the Tome of Eternal Darkness, or a copy of it, at least. Its secrets are still hidden from me, for I have been unable to read it, as have most scholars who have tried. It will remain within the sanctity of the mansion, for in the wrong hands it would be a powerful weapon. Pursue it if you will, but beware of its magic. It is a harsh mistress. Aaron Roivas. Interesting that Elia was able just to read it at will. without any trouble, and without needing any scholars to help her decipher it. A stone tablet carved with a strange pictogram is displayed on the mantelpiece, an odd conversation piece to be sure. Probably should have left it there. Didn't make much sense for me to take it. I think some of these pictures look a little better now, which would make sense. They're a bit faded by the time Alex gets to see them. Oh, another restroom. Okay, so... interesting. This was the one where we witnessed Alex's corpse when she had that moment. The mirror's grim reflection returns Max's questioning gaze. His face racked with sleepless nights, and a strange gleam in his eye hint at a growingly odd demeanor. The servant mutters under his breath, not realizing that Max is nearby. He appears to be distressed at his lot in life, working all the time. Interesting how we can look down over the mansion like this. Is it mansion? The foyer. We can't actually get any more details of the painting other than what they look like. We can't talk with these servants. There's no realistic, I guess, reason, now that I think about it, why I'm delaying going to that one room, other than it's a room Alex hasn't entered, so I think there's something special about it. But it would make sense thematically for him to go in it now, rather than delay. So let's go ahead and do that. He doesn't strike me as the type who would like to go up and down the stairs too often, as it were. A stained glass window, resplendent with bright colors and exquisite workmanship. There is something odd about it. Perhaps the curious detail of its shapes and content. The sun does look a bit like an eye, but otherwise it looks okay to me. The door to the servants' quarters is securely locked. Maximilian, however, can't help but feel uneasy. An ominous presence lurks behind that door, making the hairs on his neck stand on end. Interesting. I mean, the servants... I guess they wouldn't be allowed to lock their door from the master of the house. It's not... I don't think they would probably have any real privacy here. An open letter lies on the table. A letter, scrawled in a panicked hand with clotted ink. Dear friend, the house has been forsaken by the ancients. I dare not enter it for fear of my mortal soul. I would suggest that you leave also. Bring the book. It is far more important tool than you have learned, and may well swing the balance in our favor. A. Roivas. Another tablet. I guess I shouldn't just take them. Then again, they take up no room in my inventory, so I guess we can pretend we're just examining it and he can remember what it says. A stone tablet sits on the countertop, seemingly out of place in the room. That says Zelthath, I believe. A lever? A pump handle is sitting on the barrel inside the pantry. What's it doing here? I don't know, but we don't need it at the moment. And we can't talk with her? We can't talk with her. A cozy fireplace is the focal point of the kitchen, lending a good deal of warmth to the oh wow, how do I say this? Austere room at night? They certainly are giving us quite a bit of ammunition, aren't they? Wow, look how bright this is. There's something written beneath the image. When darkness spreads its wings before my master, Uliath's greatest foe, the path to truth will be opened. I don't see why we would have to interact with this. Surely it's just a part of the quirkiness of the mansion. We'll come back for that later. The servant inquires if Maximilian requires anything of service. He must have a very good profession. Like, it must be paying very well. He must be doing very well. Because he's got at least, like, 7 servants here. Can we leave the mansion? So many secrets to uncover in the house. Maximilian is inexplicably drawn back into the house to continue. Oh, okay. We are actually looking for secrets. Alright, well, in that case, I guess we will go ahead and... I'll wait on that. I'll see if there's any other easier secrets. Like, just opening a door will let us see them. Hello? What is this? Well, that's this corridor that picture is showing. An oil painting of the mansion's foyer hangs on the wall. I must wonder why the artist would paint an inaccurate picture on one end of the room with such detail and clarity that it approaches realism. The wall is decorated with a colored triangular design. Although Max has seen this particular embellishment time and time again, its significance still evades him. The illustration features a collection of strange line designs related to each other in a symmetrical, silical manner. There appears to be some significance to it, but it isn't particularly evident. But I have explained to you guys what that was earlier, so... well, okay, so that's Uliath's symbol, but we don't have yet a way to open that. All we know is that it requires Uliath, the rune of Uliath, to open it. And Maximilian doesn't even have spells yet, because he has not picked up the Tome of Darkness. Well, assuming that the Tome of Darkness would even grant him the knowledge required to cast spells. I guess the other side with the giant library and the telescope was an addition added onto the house at a later point. So this is in fact the only thing we can interact with. So let's go ahead and take a peek at this. Uliath's greatest foe would be Zelthath. As that is the one who is stronger than him. This looks very similar to the room Alex is currently reading the journal in. This appears to be a wax rubbing of some kind of carved pattern. A central point is an odd line design, a symbol of something? An aged flintlock pistol rests on a display stand fixed to the wall. A curled scroll of an aged parchment sits atop a stack of dusty books. It is covered with strange diagrams and writing. We don't have the book yet. We'll pick it up when when we take the book from the table. That's right in front of us here. All right, let's go ahead and grab it, I suppose. The same picture that's right behind Alex at this moment. So this must be the same room. Lying amidst the papers on the desk is a strange leather-bound book. The Tome of Eternal Darkness. As Max lifts the Tome of Eternal Darkness, a letter slips out from between its pages. Definitely Max catches it as it drops towards the floor. We'll have to read that later. It sounds like we have a big problem in the foyer. We'll come back for the spell. Uh-oh. Why do I have a hunch that this servant is not very friendly? We're gonna have to reload. Unfortunately, we're also... Okay, it can follow me. It's not very fast at it. Oh God! Alright, the servant's after us. We have to avoid... Oh, that! Let's run into a different hallway to reload. Oh, I only reloaded one, how about it? I only reloaded one round earlier. That explains why I was so busy trying to reload again. Why don't we... enchant the sword. Bone thief. Oh, I'm gonna probably die to this, Tim. I think poor Maximilian's no match for this. Especially, yep, when that happens, I think that's it. I think he's got us. Oh, he just not. Good. Oh, wow. They just dodge any ranged attack. Oh, come on. This is stupid. If this... have to stab this. Oh, what the heck are we doing? What are we doing? I really wanted you to stab it. A new journal entry has been placed in Maximilian's medical journal. It can be accessed from the journal section of the tome. When an autopsy has been performed, Max can view the new entry by... Okay, so we get autopsies. Okay, we'll look at that later. Please, 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 please finish him. Okay, now we have to reload our weapons. He's out of breath. We have to take our time at this, apparently. Okay. Alright, so let's re-equip. Oh, man. Things are not going so well for us at the moment. Let's heal? We'll enchant our flintlock. And try to avoid getting magicked. Good hit, sir. I can't tell what we're aiming at. Okay, we got it, though. Good work. Oh, right. I forgot I had a magical rune. Good. All right. Let's equip this. I would like to study it unless it's vanished already. It vanished already. Oh, that sucks. Okay. That's 2 heals so far, Tim. How's our sanity holding up? Slightly over 50%. Alright, so we have the letter 3 to read, and we should also look at our autopsies, or the single autopsy we have at some point as well. We also want to reload our flintlocks. Let's do that. We know there's a servant who was going to attack us, so they are either cultists or they're possessed. A letter scrawled almost indecipherably by a wavering hand. Dear friend, as I suspected, the ruins of Enga, that blasted necropolis, lie deep under the site of the mansion. The accursed servants of Ulyaoth are so close I can almost hear their chittering. There's a secret opening in the basement, and from there we can gain access. I urge you to gather some men and seal it, or better still, destroy the damned place. I have stowed something that you will find useful on the upper level. Look to the light, and you will find it. I wish I could be at your side, but my ailment worsens daily, and I know my time is short. A.R. Eyes wide with fright, his head twists frantically left and right as if trying to see some invisible horror stalking him. Have you no eyes? Can't you see it? He cries. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, right, we should autopsy this.
There's 2.
We'll read them if we get a break. Oh, come on. Is this Dark Souls? My weapon gets stuck on terrain? Probably another bone thief is my guess. Wow, she is really strong. Good for her. They don't make maids like they used to. She was made in America. Oh, thank God. Okay. I thought you were going to attack me too. She's just running away? Now that, everyone, that is dedication. You do not see that any longer these days. She would immediately be leaving. And probably suing us for, you know, some sort of made up excuse like suffering, you know, mental trauma or something like that. Sir, I don't need any help. I really don't. Stay away. Oops, nope, didn't want to do that. What the heck? Oh, it's gone too. Okay, well, now we are at exactly 0 sanity, which is the worst amount of sanity to have. Let's go ahead and look at this. Reveal invisible spell scroll. I doubt it's going to be Chaturga's that we want to cast, symbol that we want, though. Let's go ahead and get that spell assigned. There is nothing else here, I think, that we need. This sort of effect reminds me of Thief, the first one, when we were in the Trickster's house, and things were upside down there occasionally. Or in Dishonored.
This isn't really happening!
So he's afraid of something, but we don't see what that something is. We know downstairs has the entrance to the city. Let's make sure there's nothing else lurking upstairs, though, first. There was a servant here. Thankfully, he's not here any longer. Oh. We were a bit bigger than everything else in that room. We're getting a lot of this particular event. That's gonna make it rather difficult to use the restroom.
This can't be happening!
If I'm gonna be attacked by another servant, I want to get that over with basically now. Oh, we should also keep that in effect. It's not much of a life of a sanity store, but it is something. Holy crap! That scared the heck out of me! Oh, what is that behind this, I wonder? Max buys an envelope that has fallen behind the pedestal. Fallen, perhaps, or been hidden there. Despite his excitement at the discovery, Max has something odd about it. A sense of evil. Oh, come on, Max. No, hit it in the head. Good. Thank God. Holy crap. So somebody was hiding behind that. No, it couldn't have been. We would have seen it on the way here. Well, unless it was invisible the whole time. I wonder, can we reload our pistols from this? We can load the one pistol. Good, okay. I like that the animation happens during the game, though. That's nice, because you then have to plan it properly. You can't just reload it from the inventory. That's 3 heals, Tim. You're not allowed to... You're going to try to make sure you only get 1 more, but this may be actually really difficult. Let's, go back in here. We've killed the servant in here already. And we can go ahead and read this envelope. A waxed paper envelope sealed with a glob of melted wax. An odd rune is pressed into the wax. There appears to be something heavy inside. The key to the servants' quarters. I'm guessing. Inside the envelope is a letter addressed to one of Max's father's aides. The basement key. The letter, written in a scrawling hand, reads, "Dear friend, as I expected, the beasts are drawing closer to our discovery. They want the book for themselves, it seems, and do not want us to have it in our possession. I have taken steps to ensure that their ilk will not touch the key in this envelope, should you fall prey to their claws. The envelope containing the basement key has been sealed with a corrosive magic. If one not aligned to us tries to handle it, it will be released, inflicting pain, suffering, and a grievous blow to their sanity, should they have any left. Be swift with your task. A.R." Oh wow, this is a really bad time to fight another horror. We will have to. We're gonna have to probably use another heal. Oh crap, my controls are reversed. They were briefly. A magical rune. And more importantly, Ulyath's rune, if we did get it. We did! We went insane. That was something that we didn't actually do, as it were, but we did. Interesting. So, Ulyath, sorry, not Ulyath, Zeltath's rune. Zeltath's rune will let us recover our sanity. Let's see. I probably shouldn't put it there. Oh, okay, I have to fix that. Let's put that... Oh, nowhere, apparently. We'll try 4 uses of these each. Nothing stops me from restoring all of my sanity, but I would like to be able to hear myself think. Despite all the crying, which is ongoing when we're a bit insane. Let's see. Let me also use a enchant item. Assign. Zelsath. Enchant item there now.
Enter by Zelda.
This is we speak very... Actually, we've been playing for almost an hour, guys, so I guess we'll enter the room again, but we'll probably stop there. If there's nothing else in this room. And we'll pick up the rest of this chapter in the next episode. Let's make sure there's nothing else here to harm us. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about the gameplay now, briefly with you guys. Nothing stops us, as you've seen, from recovering all our sanity and/or our life. And as we walk around, our magic is restored. So we're not technically in any danger at this point, as long as we are able to take a break from combat, and we don't get insta-gibbed or killed by like a bone thief, or something other, there's more than just them, who can insta-kill us in the future. So, but I'm going to try to limit the amount of times we can cast recovery, as you've just seen. I'm going to try to limit to 4 times. I may not be able to do so. We may be at a point where we have to heal, but we will see if we can do how far we can get, but only using it a limited amount of times. Choosing Ulyath first meant that we got access to Zeltath's rune at this point, which means that you are in a great deal of danger due to the insanity effect being too low and you losing life when fighting things. I think that Ulyath is the toughest of the ancients to start with, if I remember what I used to feel about them a long time ago, due to this singular point. Anyway, I think we're probably done. Actually, I guess we can dispel this first. The design is oddly reminiscent of a circle of power mentioned in the Tome of Eternal Darkness. It probably refers to some kind of spell and its alignment. Oh! I can't... Okay, I need a different spell. Let's see. Oh, alright. We gotta keep going adventuring then. There's a spell we don't have. It's probably Dispel or something to that effect, right? We cast... That's Uliot's symbol, and we cast Reveal Invisible, and it doesn't let us get through the door. Alright, so then we'll have to figure that out in the next episode. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Hopefully this was fun. It was very entertaining. Lots of... I like the build up to this. Everything was fine until finally, we picked up the tome, and then the servants made their move to stop us. But of course, the ones that attempted that were all filled with bone thieves. You think that's gonna get Maximilian, though, out of trouble for slaughtering his servants if it gets discovered? We'll find out, I guess. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.